Alright, so it's been a little bit since I've last recorded, and there's been a bit of progress, as you can see here. So the gantry has been mostly installed, and I'll go through quickly the things that I had to do to make this happen. So in retrospect, installing the frame upwards like this was a big mistake because I had to take these bits off to get access to this part, this rail. So that was a bummer. However, once I've done that, so I was able to get access to these, I used the rail guide to install this part on. So I would do most of this, put it together. So I had stepper motors on this, took them off to get access to it, and then attached this part and this part to the rail. So I pre-built most of those and the idler bits in there. Now, one thing that you have to remember when doing this part is, so ignore the belt part, is this extrusion here needs to have these parts not actually installed onto this. And by that, I mean there's the T-nuts have to actually go inside here. So when you're ready, you'll pop it on, you'll basically hold this open, put it in place, go diagonally, then slip it in, and then you've got a clean fit there. You'll push the T-nuts in and tighten them in to give you your strength. So that's how that bit gets installed, and that tricked me a fair bit. What else was there? So installing the rail on this part was pretty much fine. I've been told that you should, at least from the 2.4 guides, that you should use your best rails on here. So I've got two rails. You can see there's one for the top and the bottom. Absolute best ones for this one, and then your next best two for the y-axis, which moves up and down like that. And yeah, in terms of the 1.8 build, that's all the linear rails you need. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 linear rails. Yes, so that's pretty much it. You also need to put on your idler bit there, but that's not too important because you can unscrew it. Alright, so I'm going to finish up this video. So just some quick tips for putting this. I recommend when you're installing these parts that you would flip the printer over so you've got easier access to putting all these bits on. Especially this part here, you basically have to install it upside down because of the rail being at the top. The other thing I noticed is the guide I was looking at had two little screws. The rule of thumb is that you put one screw for every second hole. So 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., etc. So you'll go all the way go across. So on a 250mm build, which is this, I used 8 screws and 8 T-nuts, so M3x8s. And that's the same case for this part as well. These are the tensioner bits. Alright, that's it for now.